Welcome to Mystical Messages. I am Hilary Harley, your podcast host. I am a soul guide and astrologer. Mystical Messages is your podcast gateway to discover and learn about the realm beyond the veil, including all things intuitive, metaphysical, and the healing arts. To learn more about my work or to book a session with me, please visit hilaryharley.com. If you would like to read my monthly forecast, you may find the full written transcript for all astrology episodes on my website. That way, if you hear something and want to re-listen to a forecast or check a date of a cosmic event, you may find it on the written monthly forecast on hilaryharley.com. And remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Today, I am delighted to bring you my monthly astrology forecast. I will be breaking down the astrology for the month of April 2026. And boy, are we on fire, my friends. Rushing in where angels know better than to go, leaping and diving and jumping right ahead. Impulse control issues abound right now as April's planetary energy is free and clear in comparison to the prior month of March. However, this does not necessarily translate to an energetically calmer month by any means. While the ether is not stirred up by any eclipses or a single planet turning retrograde, the April cosmos is dominated by the fiery sign of Aries. Aries is called the Great Initiator. It kicks up dust just for the sake of doing it, just because it can. The first sign of the zodiac and a fire sign to boot, Aries lives to light a fire, to get things going and make things happen. Impulsive, fierce, brave, and courageous, Aries is the pioneer, warrior, first responder, and trailblazer. It leaps and asks questions later. May all of your children be Aries is an old astrology taunt for those who are stubborn and resistant to change. By no means are all Aries individuals extroverts. That would be far too sweeping a generalization. But each in their own way knows how to move forward in pursuit of their interests. Aries dominating the cosmic waves gives that much more thrust to the planetary all-clear underway since the spring equinox on March 20th, when Messenger Mercury turned direct motion, joining every other planet spinning forward. True to its nature, Aries energy does not hesitate getting a jump on life, heralded by the full moon in Libra on April 1st. The peacemaker Libra moon wants everyone to play nicely and just get along. Known as the velvet hammer of the zodiac, Libra is nobody's fool, however. Never underestimate her. She comes on like a charm, artfully soothing and pleasing. Yet underneath her silky veneer is a core made of steel. The Libra moon will need every bit of her steely strength in her tricky full moon phase now. Libra's job is to discern and judge what is fair, just, healthy, balanced, or beautiful. Given the current global circumstances, she really has her work cut out for her, made that much more difficult by this full moon's position on April 1st. This Libra full moon is not aligning helpfully to any planet. She's sort of dangling out there alone. She cannot seem to find a friend or ally in this phase. intensifying her energy that much more is that this is the first full moon since the March 3rd total lunar eclipse, the reverberations of which we are still feeling and that set off the chain of events in the Middle East. The Libra full moon opposes the Aries sun, as both challenge Jupiter in Cancer the crab. Libra moon calls for peace, negotiation, mediation, while the Aries sun continues pushing onward for war, to burn the proverbial house down, while Jupiter is caught in the middle, schooling us about the prolonged costs of war to the human family. Jupiter's lesson for us now remains the same: to learn that we are all one humankind. Our lesson is not going away, not going anywhere until we acknowledge, master, and integrate that we share vastly more similarities than differences. Our test and examination is to remember that separation and division are an illusion. So far, we have not been doing well on our collective exam questions. Hopefully, the Libra full moon pleas for peace will be delivered upon. However, April is statistically proven to be one of the most violent months of the calendar year, with good reason. Impulsive Aries rarely takes a back seat. Where Libra hesitates, debating the best option and route to go, Aries jumps right in. Well-intentioned Libra gets left in the dust. Our pants on fire proclivity escalates with the Aries fire spreading quickly this month. As April begins, the Aries trio, Sun, Saturn, and Neptune, widens to 5 planets in this warrior sign by mid-month. First, motivating Mars turns into Aries on Thursday, April 9th, followed by messenger Mercury on April 14th, teeing us up for the new moon in Aries on April 17th. Can you say ready, aim, fire? For a few hours until the moon shifts into earthy Taurus, 6 out of 10 planets in Aries will have us feeling like the world is just that, burning down, on fire, that we are in a collective hospital emergency room. To say this is an extremely charged new moon is a vast understatement. So how to learn and lower the temperature and manage this hair-raising energy mid-April? Seize the day. Aries is terrific for starting anything new. So best begin with a new healthy practice or habit. One such example of a healthy habit is to take a breath before you say yes or dive right in. In the world we live in of compulsive immediacy, do something radical and hit the pause button. Wait an hour or more before replying to the phone call or the text. Jupiter in caring Cancer approves. Pausing before acting is a very strong form of self-care. It can seem passive in our current times, but by buying time as a means of giving to yourself is clutch soul nourishment. Motivating Mars rules Aries and will be in its own sign for a solid month, as it tightly conjoins Saturn, Neptune, and Mercury from April 10th to the 20th, with the Aries new moon occurring during this time frame to boot. Mars incites us to action. Other than our own force of will, there is very little to slow us down right now. Messenger Mercury governs how we think and speak. As part of this Aries battalion, we may commit before fully grasping all of the consequences. With so much fire burning inside of us, we may feel mission-driven, compelled to do or die. Fortunately, a bit of reality-based grounding energy softens our sense of urgency when the sun turns into practical Taurus on Monday, April 20th. The next 4 days are key. The sun joins valuable Venus and radical Uranus through April 24th, bringing up the cost of our hasty actions, the actual price we pay for not considering long-term ramifications. 3 planets in Taurus definitely shifts the dynamic. As the first sign, Earth sign of the zodiac, Taurus rules resources, both tangible and intangible. Money, yes. Crops and commodities harvested from the earth. Possessions we can feel and touch. Our skills and talents to earn a living. But also the most invaluable resource, time. Sure, money makes the world go round. It is a truth universally acknowledged, but you can never buy more time once you've given it away. What many would not do to get more of it, to go back on the calendar and spend some of our time differently. Time is money, money is power. And boy, are we learning the priceless lessons now about how not to spend our time, money, or power. How is the operative word here. Because while Taurus is all about resources and how we spend our resources, especially the most priceless commodity called time that rests upon our values. These 4 days of April, the 20th to the 24th, will see a pivotal shift around our personal values. Change agent and great awakener Uranus has been hovering at the final degrees of Taurus for a few months now. Here, Uranus has steadily nudged us about what and whom we value and why. Those who have been resistant to try new approaches or change their beliefs may have a real reckoning now as the great aha strikes. The same goes for actual Earth developments and shifts. Watch for immense volcanic and seismic activity. Valuable Venus rolls into communicative Gemini on Friday, April 24th, joined by Uranus on Sunday the 26th. How we engage with others now shifts dramatically. While Venus cycles through Gemini every 18 months, Uranus has not passed through this first air sign since the 1940s. Think about that. 85 years ago, television was just beginning to emerge. Computers and space travel were in their infancy. Uranus will stay in Gemini for the next 7 years until 2033. We can only imagine the technology advances and how we will communicate by the end of its tour through Gemini. One thing is for sure, though. Life is about to step into overdrive, big time. All 3 outer planets are helpfully aligning to each other. Transformer Pluto in Aquarius aligns to Uranus in Gemini, and both align to Neptune in Aries. These are 3 generational markers. Those born in the next few years will operate on a completely different frequency and hearken to totally different drums in their uniquely individual way. the next few years are tremendously exciting and will substantially be a wonderful, needed breath of fresh air. The old days and old ways are now done and over. Rise up and greet the new. You know, as we move through this time of times, you may find you're in need of particular support. So we would love to have you join us on the Three Wise Women community. We are three veteran metaphysical practitioners offering connection and conversation to explore all of your wildest woo questions. Join us the first Tuesday of each month at 6 p.m. Eastern via Zoom. It is only $10 per monthly session or $110 per year. To register, please visit my website, hilaryharley.com. To learn more about my work or to book a session with me, please visit my website, hilaryharley.com. If you would like to read my monthly forecast or check dates of planetary events and cycles, you may find the full transcript for all astrology episodes on my website. Please remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for listening today. I wish you many blessings as you journey forward.